Good morning, my friends. It is a beautiful Tuesday here in the USA. The air is crisp and the sky is clear and blue. And I just want to thank you for joining me today. Now, as most of you know, the topic this week is resistance. Now, this is a topic that we've all dealt with since before we were born. Gravity is the first form of resistance that we encounter in our mother's womb. Fortunately, I have no memory of that period of time in my life. But from our birth, our whole lives are surrounded by resistance. From gravity to pushing a lawnmower to dealing with teenage children. I know teenagers are not going to like being called children, but that's just par for the course. Speaking of resistance, ultimately, the greatest resistance that we encounter as a human being is what we deal with every single day within our own thoughts. We're going to talk about that Thursday. But I think it's important to declare from the very beginning that life is hard. Life is difficult. There is nothing really that is just easy and falls into your lap about this life. You know, if you think that it is and you're missing out, you've been watching too many movies. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what language you speak or any number of other things that people say separate them from other human beings. It's hard. It's hard when you have something that you want to do more than anything else. And at first, people will tell you that you're foolish because you want to do that. They'll tell you that you can't do that. They'll tell you to remember where you came from. They'll give you examples of others who try to do what you're thinking about doing and failed, and imply that you are no different. Sometimes it's your own family that will discourage you from going after your goals. Sometimes it's your friend. No matter who it is, this is just another form of resistance. Do you have the strength to press on regardless of what other people say? Regardless of how they try to discourage you? Do you have the guts to keep moving forward toward what it is that you know you need to do? I want to tell you that in most instances, the resistance is temporary. It hits you for a while, and then it lets up. Those people who are resisting you and what you know you want to do, what you need to do, they'll let up. And they'll quit pestering you when you either, number one, press on in spite of them, or number two, you actually do that thing that you have as a goal and succeed. Some of them, believe it or not, will even compliment you after you make it and say, "I knew you would make it all along." And they knew no such thing. Resistance. We all have to deal with resistance. Now, this kind of resistance is difficult to deal with, and everybody deals with it in their own way. Some quit. Some walk away from those who are talking smack. And some show them exactly where their heart is and prove them wrong. And what we've got to do is decide which one we are. Are we going to quit? Are we going to walk away? Are we going to show them exactly what we're made of? I heard a quote this morning, and I want to share it with you because I think it's important. It's talking about confidence. Confidence is gained as a result of keeping the promises to yourself. Let me say that again. Promises kept to yourself. Confidence is gained by the promises that you keep to yourself. life is hard. Don't fool yourself. Don't listen and believe that the way that some things are laid out in movies and television shows is the way that it is, because it's not. And I want you to know that there's an even more dangerous kind of resistance that we're going to talk about Thursday that will stop you in your tracks. And you just can't walk away or run away from it. And I'm going to give you some pointers on how to overcome it so that you can have confidence because you keep the promises that you've made to yourself. Now, if this has been helpful for you today, I hope that you'd share it with your friends. We want to help as many people as we can to live this life, to do well, to succeed, not to impress others, but to build ourselves up. I hope you all have a fantastic day and an even better week. I love you all. I'll see you Thursday. Take care.